Tim, we've discussed how more and more law firms are recognizing the need for C-suite executives, chief financial officers, chief operating officers within their law firms. From your perspective, how vital is it for a plaintiff law firm to have a CFO, and what does a CFO do for a law firm?
I'll talk first about what CFOs do and then where they can plug in depending on size of firms and that type of thing. A CFO is generally an analyst. They have, for lack of a better term, graduated out of day-to-day recognizing the debits and credits of deposits and expenses and that type of work within the firm to looking at the financial statements or different ratios and numbers after the financial statements have been completed. They become an analyst. They look at ratios. At Vista, we like to see certain ratios in the CFOs in the firms that we work with. They look at the ratio of attorney compensation to revenue, non-attorney compensation or support team compensation to revenue, marketing to revenue. And then we throw everything else into another bucket that we call other. And we've done it this way and for a purpose, and CFOs have been doing this too, is we call that a condensed profit and loss statement. Most owners, especially law firm owners, if you show them a full set of financial statements with numbers and words all over it, their eyes kind of glaze over. But I think that the good CFOs, they simplify things. They're able to put these numbers into context and to communicate to owners, these are the ratios that mean things to us. And if we want to move our bottom line needle, we need to attack here or there. So they become an analyst to look at ratios, monitor that over time to see where the firm is trending, and then making suggestions. It's always tough to look at compensation numbers, but over time they can be adjusted. And taking treats out of the break room is usually not going to move the needle very much. But when you start looking at your marketing spend or what you're paying your team, whether it's attorney or non-attorneys, that can move the needle. And that's what great CFOs do, is they do that analyst work, and then they're able to communicate it in simple fashion to owners, to bankers, to whoever needs it. I mean, if the firm is, we realize that we are growing very fast and we're investing in a lot of new cases, they may actually say, hey, we need to look at financing some of this. We're eating into our working capital, which is squeezing everything else. So knowing when the firm should go to the bank is something CFAs look at. I want to talk for a second, though, because it depends on the size of a firm, whether or not they should employ a full-time CFO. Usually it's around the 8 to 10 million in gross revenues where we see firms start looking at a full-time CFO. Before that, they're generally depending on outside CPAs